Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I have something a little different for you guys, as I was sent some really cool diorama prints from dioramaprints.com, and this is really cool because this is something that I've been looking into for quite some time as someone with a YouTube channel who is not very good at building their own dioramas, and maybe I want to do a little something to spruce up my videos, so I have these really cool backdrops that are great for action figure collecting from 6 to 7 inch figures that I think you'll absolutely love. So let's see what dial prints we actually have here.
Alright guys, so I'm going to start off with this one first because this is the one that I was probably the most excited for, as I am a diehard Batman fan. So this one here is called the Cave HQ, which you could pretty much tell is initially the kind of like the Bat Cave with the Bat computer and things like that. But I think this thing is so cool looking. Again, you got a little computer system right here with a keyboard. You got this whole like weather monitor up there and things like that. You got all these different like readings and diagnostics for like a suit and some type of like weaponry and things like that. You have all these readers with global economic collapse probability. Jesus Christ, that's scary. And some other numbers and stuff like that, and things and buttons and switches and all kinds of radars and all that really cool stuff. So I think stuff like this is just so cool, man. I really love how they did that. And then we have a second wall here, which is this one right here, which I think is great. So you got this like little section right here where there be maybe a place where you hold like a suit, you know what I mean? Or maybe some type of elevator, I don't really know. But you got some like little weapons right here, like some shurikens and a little short sword, like a tonto or something like that, or a wakizashi, whatever you want to call that. But I love the print here, it just looks so good. The printing on all of these is just really, really solid. You can even see like some type of gear right here, like a grapple rifle and things like that. What I think is really cool too, on the side right here, you can actually see a dartboard with some darts with a very Joker jester-like character with the eyes like poked out. That's insane, dude. So I really like how that turns out. Just always, again, just such good quality. And you've put them all together, they look really, really nice. I love the fact that we even get flooring for all of these. So it's not just like the walls. Because the flooring does matter when you're taking photos, depending on the different angles and things like that. So again, I think all this works nicely.
And hey, if you have any type of Batman figures, here I have a Mezco 112 Collective Justice League Batman that I think looks great in this dial. And again, this fits pretty much any 6 to 7 inch type of figures, and they'll all look really good in all of these.
So the next one I'm going to take a look at is called Cityscape NYC. And as you can see here, it's more of like a street level scene, which is really cool. I love this one because we actually get the full front of a record store or a music store, which is really nice. Sunrise Records, where they sell new used CDs, vinyl at 555-3467. I think it's so dope, man. I mean, CDs and vinyl, man, I miss those days. But stuff like this is really cool because I love how you see like the locked up cages for the glass doors and things like that. You have these like faux music posters with like the warning symbols on there. I think is really rad. All that looks really good. That has to be, who are these people? I want to know if these are like people in the company or people they know or what. But these all look really awesome. Kick Senor, Jesus Christ, our Mortal Ruins. That's like something I would have listened to back in high school, right? But again, all these more posters. You got this like brick motif going on throughout that. This looks really cool too. You get a little bit of graffiti right here, which is really nice. So this is just really, really cool, man. So we do have a second one right here, the second wall, and this is really nice too. You got a locksmith door right here. Sorry, we're closed, but this is great because you got a ton of graffiti on there, just looking so dope. I love the little robot here, looking really, really good, man. Taking me back to my younger days when I was a little bit of a vandal, you know what I'm saying? We'll say that. But again, the graffiti looks legit. It doesn't look like cheap or crappy, like somebody knew what they were doing with these pieces. And I love the little rolled up cage windows and doors and things like that. It looks really cool too. And again, so if you put these all together, you get a little street walk, or excuse me, a sidewalk flooring too to go with that. Again, I love that they're giving us flooring to go with all this stuff. And hey, if you have any type of like city level type characters, you know, whatever it may be a graffiti artist figure, like my Vapor here, or if you even have someone like maybe a Spider-Man who's known to be a New York City type of superhero, I think that works out really great too. So again, this is just a really fun dial for, I think, that works for a lot of different characters. Okay, now we're going to move on to ones that are a little more sci-fi, which is a little more my vibe and things like that. So this is really cool. This one's called the Spaceship Corridor, which I think is great, man. This can work for so many different figures, which I think is great. Again, you have this really nice little terminal right there, which is really cool with a little keyboard on there. You have these like access panels. You got some like warning signs and things like that. You got these vents, really nice like lighting panels here at the bottom and at the top like that, which I think are really cool too. And if we take the other one right here, that one fell. And we have this other one with a door, which is really good. I love how that looks. Gate B27. You got a little panel right here to maybe to access that door. I think this is just really cool. Again, you can do so much stuff with that. And if you put it all together with the flooring, I mean, pretty much put in any type of sci-fi character there, any type of space character, or anything like that. I mean, I think it'll work out great. Again, so versatile. With this particular design, in my opinion, it could be a ton of things and work for a ton of different characters. Now this one is super cool, man. I am really stoked that I got this one here. This is called the Spaceship Dock, and the colors on this one are just crazy cool. So again, you got some more warning signs right here. You got some readers out here. All this venting looks really cool. What looks like maybe some like fuel canisters right here at the bottom, behind this little caging area, which is really nice. But I love that you also get an actual escape pod with some dials on there, again, to maybe to program it and to set where it's going to shoot off to. But very like spaceship alien-like kind of thing, even though it's in English. But still, I do love that quite a bit. Again, the hazard stripes, and again, just the colors really, really pop. I'm gonna push this one aside here, and you get to see the other section over here with a Bay 31 with these really nice doors on there. And again, on this side, you have, looks like some lockers, which is really cool. Each character gets their own locker with their own little codes and things like that. You got a little, again, a little screen up there with some more venting. I think these are just gorgeous backgrounds, man. And again, you put them all together, put with that really awesome flooring. Even the flooring looks good with this one. But if you have like any more, again, spaceship, space cadet, like right here, I have my 1000 Toys Sentinel Master Chief. I think he looks really, really good with these. So any type of characters like that, even things like Star Wars, if you want to put some Star Wars characters in there, I think that would look really cool too. But all this, again, man, these are just really good quality stuff. Now this one right here is completely different from what I've showed from all the others. This one's just a forest, which is really nice. I love stuff like this. And this is the type of ones that, like, if you're not into diorama building, like I'm no good at that kind of stuff. I don't have the time to do those kinds of things. So for just having these like printed backdrops, for me, work out great. You're going to be seeing me use a lot of these in my videos from now on too. Or even just like this for like a shelf. If you have some certain type of like woodland type of characters, this is just put this on the background of your shelf, I think makes for a great backdrop for those figures that you have on display. So again, this is just a simple forest. You got a bunch of nice trees. The foliage all looks really great. You got this big tree that's been like chopped up and chopped down. And we can do this right here. We do get another section here with, again, more different types of trees. You got like a flower bush over here and a log on the floor, different rocks. What, again, I like over here, this is actually the ground. So this is the flooring that we get here, but it has like a little trailway where you can walk on. We do get 2 of these since this is a larger set. But this is really cool, man. So I love this a lot. Now, the cool thing about the forest scene here is this is actually double-sided to have a night forest scene if you want to do something like that. So as you can see, it's the same initial scene as the ones we've already seen in the daylight, but this is just at nighttime, and you can see, again, the same tree that's been chopped up here, the different same type of trees, but you got some like moonlight shining through. And again, I'll show you this, flip this around. It's really just the same scene. So here's the day version. And here is the night version, which is really cool. So again, I love that you even get the options. Same thing with this one, just the same scene, just at nighttime. Again, you see more of those like moonlight shining through, which looks really good. And even the same thing with the flooring. You got the more nighttime type of like walkway right there with all the rocks and grass and things like that. So that's really cool, man. The fact that they're giving these more like deluxe sets as well that are double-sided, a little more bang for your buck, which I think is really cool.
Now, the great thing about the Forest diorama specifically, where each panel for each dio is roughly about 11 by 17, these ones are meant to be put side by side, whereas the other dios are meant to be boxed off to fit more like a room, where these are meant to be more of an actual background, and when you butt them up side by side, they line up perfectly, which creates one giant scene, which measures roughly around 34 inches in length for the daytime and nighttime, which is really cool. And again, something for like a shelf display, putting these in the background, you get to cover a lot of great space. And if you have characters like woodland-like characters, like me, I have my Mezco Mosquatch here, I think he looks great with this type of background.
Now, the last one I'm going to take a look at here is probably my favorite one. It's just called the Dojo, which is for obvious reasons. But this thing is awesome, man. This is more a deluxe set, so you do get more pieces with this one right here. So you do get the really nice tiger symbol right there in the center. And I love how you get this little sword set right there, which I think looks really cool too, with the 3 different types of swords. So you got the katana, wakizashi, and the tanto like that. And then I don't know what these are. I think these are like practice swords or practice sticks and things. I'm not really sure. But you got really nice artwork scrolls with characters on there. And the cherry blossoms and things like that, all looking very, very nice. So you push this one to the side. We do get another wall here with some like the rice paper like windows and screens and things like that. You got a nice circular one in the center. Really cool wood grating, some like cherry wood and some regular wood right here at the bottom. You got to get nice more painting. I don't know, is that supposed to be Mount Fuji or something? I don't really know. But it looks really, really good. And I guess since this is a deluxe set, we do get a third wall, which is just like the rice paper windows. Again, looking very, very nice. I love how this turned out. And again, you can mix these and match these, butt them all up. We do get 2 sets of flooring with this one. One with a mat, one without. So but it looks really good. So this is a really big set. So if you want to have any type of like ninja characters, like I have a Mezco ninja right here, as Gomez Ninja, which is a very hard to find figure these days. And then you have, or if you have maybe any G.I. Joe classified figures, any of those ninjas, those look really good in the set too. So you get a ton of good options with this. Again, you can place them however you want. Really good quality stuff. And I'm just so happy with all of these. So now when you do get these in, these are just on a photo stock type of paper. So very good quality paper. They don't feel cheap at all. But keep in mind, these are just prints. These aren't actual dioramas or anything like that. These are their own original designs and things like that. So I think they look really, really good. But you do have to do some work because these are modular and they're meant to display them however you want to. So what I did, and they do give you instructions on the different types of things to do in order to display these in different ways. So what I did, I took some nice foam board and kind of just put some 2A tape on the foam board and then put the sheet on these. But since I'm going to be using different dio pieces, excuse me here, I just made it 2-sided. So there's a completely different dio on one side and then the other dio flipped it around for the other side. And for me, someone who's going to be using these for like videos, who I constantly want to interchange, that is an option if you want to do something like that. Or if you just want to, like, again, maybe tack them on a wall, put them on a shelf, again, to display behind your figures. Or if you want to make a full scene, you just use these as simple backgrounds and put little pieces in front to make it feel a little more depth and things like that. I think it works out great. I think these, again, are a ton of fun. And for me, I am so happy that I have all of these.
So there it is, guys. In my opinion, a fun alternate way to display your action figures with diorama prints. I think these are a lot of fun, man. And again, honestly, someone like me who's just not good at building their own dioramas and honestly just do not have the time. And if you want a fun way to display your figures for either your shelf or for videos like I'm going to be using a lot of these for, or even just for fun, I think they work out really, really cool. They're all very high quality printed art. I think a lot of them are so much fun. And if you go to dioramaprints.com, you will find a ton more outside of these, and they have more coming. A bunch of different designs for pretty much any type of action figure line you can possibly think of and collect. They're all there. And the really cool thing is, for right now, head over to dioramaprints.com and use the discount code BATBOMB82 and save yourself 15% on your order. How cool is that? So again, head over to dioramaprints.com and check out all these really cool dio backgrounds. So be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.